In this video, I will walk you through a recent Zoom Communications weekly options trade that I made last week, and I will show you how I turned the trade into a risk-free position while allowing for more profits to potentially occur. The initial cost of this trade was $340. The ending profit was $771, giving me a return on capital of 226%. And this trade took place in less than 24 hours. So let's hop over to the Tastyworks trading platform and walk through this trade. All right, so now I'm going to walk everybody through why I made this trade, my logic behind this trade, and then we'll go through all of the different orders that I actually executed so that you can see the exact prices that I got filled on, how I adjusted the trade, and finally the P&L as I started to unwind this position. So as we can see here on April 23rd, 2020, Zoom Communications with the ticker symbol ZM was up considerably. The prior day it closed around $150 a share, and on April 23rd, Zoom had closed at right around $169. So the stock price was up $19 in one single trading day. Because of this movement to the upside, I had anticipated that since Zoom Communications had such a phenomenal day and it broke out to new all-time highs, I was anticipating that the stock price would continue higher on the next day. And I thought that because in the tech space recently, we've seen a lot of parabolic upside movements that started with a single day surge. So if we look at Netflix, look what happened here. It broke out to all-time highs on a huge up day, and then it had 3 more consecutive up days, just an insane movement to the upside. We saw the same exact thing in Shopify. They're just absolutely insane. Amazon did the same exact thing. So my thinking was that since Zoom Communications had such a phenomenal day, it broke out to new all-time highs, and we had seen many of these movements recently in different tech stocks, I thought that there was a decent probability that Zoom Communications would open up the next day a lot higher. Now, since this was a Thursday on April 23rd, and there was an options expiration on that Friday, which was April 24th, I chose to do a very short-term bullish options trade, and because these options only had 1 day left to expiration, they were not expensive at all. So what I did was I purchased the 180 call options with Zoom Communications closing at 169. I figured that if it was up $19 on April 23rd, then it was not unreasonable to think that Zoom Communications could be up another $12 to be at my long call strike price the following day. So if we go to my activity tab, I'll show you exactly what I did. So on April 23rd at 1:30 p.m., this is 30 minutes before the market closes since I'm in Mountain Standard Time, and here the market closes at 2 p.m. 30 minutes before the market closed, I bought 4 contracts of the 180 call options expiring the following day on April 24th. Now these options were $11 out of the money, and I paid 85 cents or $85 for each contract. And since I bought 4 of them, my total risk was $340. So $85 times 4 gives us a trade cost and maximum risk of $340. If we go to the Zoom chart, and I just open up a 15-minute chart, let me clear this out here. So my trade entry was 4:23 at 1:30 p.m. So right around here is when I entered my position, and I bought the 180 call options expiring the next day for 85 cents each. As we can see here, when the market opened the next day, which is 7:30 a.m. for me, Zoom Communications opened at $177. So the stock price was up significantly at the open. So right after the open at 7:35 a.m., what I did was I looked at the 195 call options, and this is in the same exact cycle expiring that day, and I sold 4 of these 195 calls for 95 cents each. By doing that, I created a risk-free debit spread. So I bought the 180 calls the day before, and then the next day the stock had opened significantly higher, about $3 below my call strike price of 180, and I sold the call options that would give me a risk-free position. So I chose the 195 strike price by looking at the premiums of the call options and picking the strike that would basically cover my trade cost. So at 7:35 in the morning, I turned my risky position, which is just owning 4 of the 180 calls, into a risk-free position by creating a call debit spread entered for a net credit. So since I paid 85 cents for these 180 calls and the next day I sold the 195 calls for 95 cents, I had essentially bought the 180 195 call spread for a credit of 10 cents. What that means is that if Zoom Communications collapsed and these options expired out of the money, then I would make $40 on this trade even though these options expired worthless. And that's because I paid 85 cents for the 180 calls and I collected 95 cents for the 195 calls, which means my net credit is 10 cents or $10 per call spread. So I owned a $15 wide call spread for a net credit of 10 cents. So the best case scenario would be that Zoom Communications continued higher, and if it was above $195 at the close, these call spreads would be worth $15, which is actually $1,500 in value. And since I collected a 10-cent credit for these call spreads, if they were worth $15 at expiration, I would essentially make $1,510 per call spread. That was the best case scenario. But the point of this trade here was to eliminate all of my risk, knowing that I was lucky to have Zoom Communications open higher the next day. I wanted to eliminate all of my risk. So at 7:38 a.m., which was 3 minutes later, I made the decision to close one of these call spreads. And I did that because I didn't want to be greedy and I wanted to book some profits and essentially book the profits equal to my initial trade cost and then let the rest of the call spreads ride out the rest of the day in case Zoom Communications did surge higher, at which point I could have gotten a lot more profits out of these call spreads. So let's do the math. I entered these call spreads for a net credit of 10 cents and I sold one of the call spreads for a credit of $2.85. So my entry was a 10-cent credit and I sold these for $2.85. So my net profit on this one call spread was $295. 8:41 a.m. I unloaded another one of these call spreads and I sold it for $2. So as we can see, I collected less than the first call spread. That's because Zoom Communications was starting to trade lower. And then at 9:19 a.m., I sold another call spread for $1.69. And finally at 11:35 a.m., I unloaded the final call spread of the position and I sold that for 77 cents. So I started to unwind the position because Zoom Communications was trading right below $180 and nearing the end of the day, I wanted to get rid of this position because I did not want to deal with the consequences if I somehow forgot about this and was away from my computer and then ended up getting assigned or automatically exercising my 180 call if Zoom Communications ended higher than 180 at the end of the day. So if we do all the math here, my initial trade cost was $3.40, and on the open, I created a risk-free call spread by selling a call against my long calls, and I sold those calls for more than I paid for the 180 calls initially. So I created the 180, 195 call spread for a net 10-cent credit, which means I had no risk in this position. The worst case scenario is that I would make $40 if all of these call spreads expired worthless, because I collected a 10-cent credit, which means I essentially collected $10, and when we multiply by 4, that is a $40 minimum profit scenario. At 7:38, I unloaded one of the positions just to book some profits. So basically by selling this one call spread for $2.85 and I entered for a net 10-cent credit, my profit is $295. So basically, since I got into the trade for a net cost of $3.40 and I sold this one call spread for a profit of $2.90, I essentially doubled my money and made it so that I would not lose all of my profits up to that point. A little bit later on, I sold another call spread for $2, meaning the profit on this call spread was $210. A little bit later, I sold another one of the call spreads for $1.69, meaning my profit on this call spread was $179. And then finally, I closed the final call spread as ZM was trading lower and lower, and I closed this final call spread for 77 cents. With a net entry credit of 10 cents, the profit on this final call spread was $87. If we add all that up, we get a net profit of $771. And on the initial 340 cost of the trade, that gives me a return on capital of 226% in less than 24 hours. I have to say that the trade discussed in this video could have easily ended with the maximum loss of $340 if Zoom did not increase the way it did. The trade's risk in this particular example represented less than 0.5% of the account, so a full loss in this case would not have led to a large account drawdown. I completely realized that the trade was a gamble, but it was one that I thought had a good probability of working out based on what we've seen in the tech space recently. I'm not making any claims whatsoever that these types of trades are easy or that you'll make money trading this way. I wanted to make this video to highlight the strategy of creating risk-free debit spreads, which you can create if you buy an option and the position becomes profitable. It's absolutely one of my favorite adjustments to make when buying options outright because you eliminate all of your risk, but you allow for more potential profits. Had I not created the risk-free spreads and held on to the long 180 calls all day long, I would have lost 100% of the investment, as at the end of the trading day, ZM tanked because Facebook announced that they were launching video conferencing software, and Zoom actually ended below $160 a share after getting above $180 a share earlier that day.